The long-awaited episode 117 preview of the second season of Dai 2, Peerless Tang Sect has finally been released, and once again, it delivers plenty of excitement, suspense, and foreshadowing for the upcoming plot. While fans are still eagerly waiting for Tang Wutong's official debut, which has been teased but not yet fully shown, the storyline is steadily building up with major developments involving Huo Yuhao, Dai Hao, Dai Luoli, and Empress Ju Zi. This preview gives us a deeper look into how the tides of war are shifting between the Sun-Moon Empire, the Xingluo Empire, and the Tianhun Empire, while also highlighting the bonds of family, brotherhood, and strategy that play crucial roles in this arc. Let's carefully break everything down. Dai Hao's successful escape. One of the biggest highlights in this preview is the fact that White Tiger Duke Dai Hao finally escapes from captivity. In the previous developments, we saw how Huo Yuhao infiltrated the dangerous borders of the Xingluo Empire and clashed with the powerful elites of the Sun-Moon Empire. Despite being heavily outnumbered and facing enemies far stronger than ordinary soldiers, Yuhao demonstrated his unmatched growth by making full use of his necromancy demiplane. With the help of his abilities, Yuhao successfully rescued not only the White Tiger Guards, but also managed to support Dai Hao in a life-or-death situation, struggle against Star Dulo Ye Yulin, one of the Sun-Moon Empire's terrifying powerhouses. This victory was not only a matter of strength, but also of clever strategy, since Yuhao knew when to fight head-on and when to rely on tactics and deception. Once freed, Dai Hao and Yuhao retreated together. Yuhao brought him to a temporary safe haven before once again reopening the necromancy demiplane to release the loyal White Tiger Guards. For Dai Hao, this was both a relief and a turning point, as he now had the strength and manpower to re-establish himself and resist the Sun-Moon Empire's future advances. However, Dai Hao was not only grateful, he was curious. Who was this mysterious youth who had risked his life to save him? Dai Hao, a seasoned warrior and Duke of the Empire, tried to question Yuhao about his true identity. Yet Yuhao simply smiled and refused to admit who he really was. Without any answers, Dai Hao could only retreat with his men. He decided to regroup in a border town, forming a new defensive line to slow down the Sun-Moon Empire's invasion. This escape and regrouping not only ensured Dai Hao's survival, but also gave the Xingluo Empire a chance to continue resisting. Yuhao and Dai Luoli become brothers. After safely ensuring Dai Hao's retreat, Yuhao returned to the new recruits' camp. There he encountered Dai Luoli, who was extremely worried about his father's safety. The young Dai Luoli, despite his limited strength, was filled with determination and wanted to rush to the battlefield to fight side by side with his father. But Yuhao stopped him. As much as he admired Luoli's spirit, he knew that throwing himself into battle now would be suicide. It was at this point that Yuhao finally chose to reveal his hidden identity. He told Dai Luoli that he too was a son of Duke Dai Hao, born of a concubine just like Luoli. His mother, Huo Yun, had suffered greatly under the schemes of the White Tiger clan, and Yuhao himself had grown up in hardship. Yuhao reminded Luoli of their past encounter as children and how Luoli's mother had once helped him. This heartfelt confession moved Luoli deeply. For the first time, the two young men realized that they were not just comrades but actual brothers bound by blood. Although their relationship had been hidden for years due to political struggles, in this moment they chose to acknowledge each other as family. Still, Yuhao warned Luoli to keep this secret. The identity of the White Tiger Duke's illegitimate son was far too dangerous to reveal. For now, this bond would remain hidden in their hearts. It was a touching moment that emphasized how, in the midst of war and chaos, true brotherhood could still be found. The journey to the Mingdou Mountains. Soon after, the preview reveals a major shift in the battlefield. Despite having the upper hand, the Sun-Moon Empire suddenly ceased its aggressive offensive against the Xingluo Empire. This immediately raised Yuhao's suspicions. Normally, with their overwhelming military and technological advantage, the Sun-Moon Empire should have pressed forward and annihilated Duke Dai Hao's remaining forces. Yet instead, they seemed strangely quiet. Sensing that something was amiss, and at the encouragement of Princess Xu Yun, Yuhao decided to investigate personally. This time, he brought Dai Luoli with him on a mission into the Mingdou Mountains. the natural border region where the Sun-Moon Empire's armies had been stationed. This mission became Dai Luoli's first true battlefield experience under Yuhao's guidance. Throughout the journey, Yuhao used different methods to help Luoli grow, even going so far as to drop him from high altitudes to stimulate his martial spirit's evolution and adaptability. While harsh, these training methods highlighted Yuhao's style, caring but pragmatic, willing to push his brother to the edge for the sake of survival and growth. Together, the two brothers successfully navigated the dangers of the Mingdou Mountains, avoiding sun-moon patrols and analyzing enemy movements. What they uncovered shocked them. Instead of a massive military force, the mountains contained only small groups of Soulmaster units, far too weak to pose a serious threat to the Xingluo Empire. Empress Ju Zi's true strategy, the attack on the Tianhun Empire. This discovery revealed the real truth. The Sun-Moon Empire's invasion of Xingluo had merely been a decoy operation. Their true target all along was the Tianhun Empire. Geographically, this made perfect sense. The Tianhun Empire bordered the Sun-Moon Empire directly, unlike Xingluo, which had more natural defenses and stronger military resistance. Furthermore, the Tianhun Empire was significantly weaker overall, making it a much easier conquest. By luring the Xingluo forces into a false sense of security and shifting attention away from their real goal, the Sun-Moon Empire created the perfect opportunity for a devastating strike. And at the heart of this brilliant yet ruthless strategy was none other than Empress Ju Zi. Known for her unmatched tactical genius and ability to manipulate large-scale wars like a game of chess, Ju Zi had orchestrated everything. According to the preview, the very next day, under her direct command, the Sun-Moon Empire would launch its full assault on the Tianhun Empire. This put the Tianhun Empire in grave danger. With no warning and insufficient defenses, the empire risked being crushed in a single overwhelming strike. Ju Zi's strategy not only threatened the balance of power in the continent, but also showed why she was such a dangerous opponent. Not because of raw strength, but because of her mind, which could outmaneuver entire nations. The preview for Soul Land 2. Episode 117 is packed with emotional drama and political intrigue. From the emotional reunion of Yuhao and Dai Luoli as brothers, to the daring exploration of the Mingdou Mountains, and finally the revelation of Empress Ju Zi's grand plan, every scene builds momentum toward a larger, more dangerous conflict. Yuhao's personal journey continues to intertwine with the fate of empires, reminding us that he is not only a powerful soul master, but also a key figure in the struggle between nations. Meanwhile, Ju Zi proves once again why she is one of the most compelling antagonists of the series. Dear viewers, what do you think of Ju Zi's strategy? Do you believe the Tianhun Empire can withstand her assault? Or will it fall just as she planned? And how will Yuhao and Dai Luoli's brotherhood influence the battles to come? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thank you for watching.